Hello and welcome to another Thrift Picks video. This is Zesty Panda. This is actually a combination video. Yay, it all fell down. Yeah, I had some stuff stacked up there. This is a great start to a video. Just pile everything on and hope it all falls off. Okay, so, what this video is about. It is about things I've gotten whilst thrift shopping. First things, I got the Age of Empires 1 and 2 plus the expansion, $4 each. They all have the CDs, you can tell here, and this guy has it there, this guy has it here. It's missing the insert for Age of Empires 1, but I really don't care, I can find that on eBay or deal out. Let's put this over on my ever-growing game stack hoard collection. This entire bookcase has been double filled with games, and then down here, and here, and here, and then there's here, and then there's some books down there. So the real thing I'm here to talk about is this. I'll give you a minute to figure out what it is. You probably already figured out what it was. It's a DSI XL. And it is in horrendous condition. It is in really bad condition. And it was $12.95 as is. I got it for $9.95 because I only had $11. I was like, I only have $11. I know there's sales tax. What should I do? And she was just like, eh, and rung it up as $9.95. I think the first thing to do is to open it. Actually, first thing is to remove the battery. So I'll get my iFixit kit out and grab the Philips number something something. I don't remember the exact size number thingy-bob, and we will get a patented apple sauce cup to hold the screws. So while I do that, it keeps falling over. Don't worry, I'll cut that out. So while I do this, we'll remove the screw for the battery and this screw. See how terrible the battery is. Okay. Let's get let's just whack this out. Huh. Okay. So the water sensor has not been triggered. And the battery seems to be fine. There's no corrosion visible here. But if you can see, there's like food or plant material stuck in there, so I need to open it that way. Next we'll start on the main screws. To open the back of the device, there's going to be two, one on either side of where the game cart inserts, here and here. And I think there are some under these rubber feet. I'll go and check that. Typically there are. I should get a flathead for this. Yep. There are screws under each one of these little feet, and I'll show you. I'm going to remove the first foot here. It is rubbery and sticky. Get it stuck on there. So I will remove these and proceed with removing the screws. So I got the second one out, and third one is coming out right now. If I can get that situated. Yeah, I do not have a stylus for this style, but I use a standard stylus. It's not some active connecting magic stylus. It's just a styli. And I flung that somewhere. Okay. Time to play Where Did That Go? 1, 2, here it is. Okay, found it. So now, continuing, I will replace the screw bit and start removing the screws thusly. So first screw to remove is this guy. There are black screws for the surface, and then the interior under the rubber thingies are silver. I think they're relatively the same length, except that the silver ones have a coarser thread. Maybe. I think they're just identical. Just different color. They had it where the black ones were where you'd see it, and the other ones were just kind of hidden. So let me just see if I can pull this apart. So it has a 512 megabyte memory card already installed. So that's something. So I think this is going to be a problem, because the slot that the actual cart is in is jammed. But maybe I can attack it from another angle. I'm really gonna have to clean this and clean my hands after working with this. This is I just keep telling myself that that is plant material or food. And I just keep swimming. There we go. Okay. We have this almost all the way off. And I'll wiggle this off and past the power port and the cart. Who's it? Oh, which actually has little clippies. Unless I'm missing something. So, is there something that I am missing? Because I don't want to break... Okay, yeah, there is. Wow. There is a little screw that holds that part in place. So, I'm going to have to do some more figuring out with this die. Again, this is really, really disgusting. Oh, this is gross. So I got the little cartridge out, and it still has moisture on it. This is really gross. Fossil... Oh. Sort of has like a burnt smell. This is unpleasant to the nth degree. This is not good. So, we will remove the last remaining screw. Put that in a little cup. And now we can remove this back plastic. My plan is to take some isopropyl alcohol and clean the whole thing, mainly to disinfect it, but also because if there is possible corrosion, I want to make sure that I curb it and clean any of the oh, now it's on my fingers. Ew. Let's see if I can clean any possible corrosion off of it. Because then... Okay, so now we have the back plastic off. And there will be two connectors. One is for the SD card slot, and one is for the volume up down switch. So we will remove one and the other. Okay, that has been removed. And let's get with that isopropyl alcohol. So I'm going to pause the video and come back when I have my cleaning supplies. So here is what the, before I go, here's what the connector, yeah, looks like. There's junk and it's really nasty and it smells. Here's what the connector looks like. Again, it has junk and it smells and it's gross. But the water sensor has not been tripped. So that's something. I'll be back. We are back with our cleaning supplies. 50% isopropyl alcohol, some paper towels, and a toothbrush that I don't care about. So let me pour some alcohol into the container. Nice about isopropyl alcohol is dependent on the percentage you have, it evaporates quickly. 50% is not the best, 75 is okay, 90% is preferred. But if you also dry it, then it doesn't really matter that much. If you have like a drying thing, or even just like a blow dryer, that'll work, or paper towels. So I'm cleaning off the cartridge that was stuck right now. Probably not the best use of the isopropyl alcohol, but whatever. And now I'm going to start scrubbing the cartridge container thingy. Then basically the entire board. I don't exactly see any burnt material. I don't know if this is goo or corrosion. So I'm gonna stir it on that with like a paper towel. Or that might just be a foam pad that's disintegrating. Let's just try here. I don't know if that is like foam or... I'll clean it off anyway. So kind of scrubbing at that. I'm sort of smelling the telltale smell of burnt electronics. I've disconnected the battery, clearly, but I'm just not entirely sure if this has already had some damage done to it. If it has, then, oh well. Maybe I should have, I was saying maybe I should have removed the logic board from the other parts before I started cleaning it, but you know what? Oh well. So now I am removing the Wi-Fi module to clean it. Now let's just go and pop this back in place. Sorry it's not too exciting, I just can't exactly film and scrub at the same time. Being careful not to get the liquid sensor wet. Getting the liquid sensor wet isn't necessarily bad, it's just basically that, well, that it'll make it look as if there was water damage, even though there wasn't. So I'm now going to kind of see if I can get up inside the actual port there. So, moment of truth with this. See if we can insert the cartridge without it getting bound. There's some more goo on the side. Yeah, I might need to Q-tip this, or no, it's soldered in place. I could unsolder it, but why bother? That's today's motto, why bother? No. let's see, so it inserts, ejects, inserts, ejects. Okay. That seems to be working okay. So here is the progress that we've done. We've cleaned this entire logic board, everything. I've removed the Wi-Fi module. I'll reinstall that. I'm going to go and blow dry this and I'll be back. I'm going to clean off the little memory card also. And I need to clean this bit also. So I'll do some more cleaning and I'll come back when that's finished up. So after I let it dry, I made the foolish mistake of trying to plug it into the power. That's probably not a good idea. Because now, this could have been exactly the same way it was before. But when I plugged it in, I got a white screen, and then immediately it turns off. So, and there's just either it's mustard or a burning electronics smell that I'm smelling. Now it did smell like that before. So I'm going to remove the small screws that keep the main board assembly from the bottom part. And then I'll remove the ribbon cables. These I'll use ZIF connectors, which I'll need to set the camera down for. So here's this guy. It's unpopped. And now to do the rest. After I undo these, I will then have to remove some of the other screws. There is a full iFixit teardown on iFixit.com. If you're looking for that, this is just mostly me messing around with a project. There's going to be some tape that holds in place this very thin connector that, how is it removed? Let me check. That's there we go. So remove that guy, which is going to be a joy to put back in place. And I'll show you what I just removed. It's just disgusting. The more things I remove, the more filth I uncover. So I don't know if this... So this was the cable that I removed here. There is one more that needs to be removed right here. So you remove the tape that keeps it in place, or peel back, depending on how you want to do this. And gently wiggle the cable back and forth until it is removed, and then if you so choose, put the tape back down. I'm going to put the tape back on the other one. mainly so it doesn't get lost. So then there will be a few more screws to do. There's one more here. It works better if there's a Phillips bit on the screwdriver and not a flathead. So check this, make sure, and then there will be one more connector that has a ZIF locking connector down here. One of the logic connectors. So kind of carefully wiggle that out. Like so. Check to make sure there aren't any connectors you're missing. And then carefully remove the logic board from the bottom assembly. There will be a silver screw in the bottom right corner, the way I'm looking at it. And make sure to disconnect the Wi-Fi antennas, or you will run the risk of damaging something. From there, unroute them and then remove the board on the underside. On the underside, you will find some liquid. That's not good. Yeah. So, I don't know if the light is going to pick up on that, but if you angle it, you can see that there's clear moisture on this, and I did not do this, so yeah, there's moisture there. Be careful, there will be a connector here that you'll have to flip up. Now this has, like, again, plant material and other nasty stuff on it. So I'm going to clean this off with some more isopropyl alcohol. Clean that off. Yeah, even as I add more liquid to the container as it evaporates, you can see there's like sediment left in there. That's really disgusting. So I'm just going over the board right now. I'm kind of cleaning it up. This is a two-handed job, but just kind of showing what I'm doing. Cleaning this up, looking for any corrosion or burnt spots. These are actually all test points and little pads. So in the diagnostic, you can use these and test them. Oh, okay. So that's not exactly supposed to be happening. So maybe it's just because I was being so vigorous with the brushing, but Or there's like organisms living here, but I don't think foam should normally occur. Now, this is rubbing alcohol, so it is a disinfectant. There may be goo. It's like, you know, nasty stuff. Yep, yes there is. Wow, this is really disgusting. And let's check out the screen assembly, see how that is. Set this over here, remove the screen assembly from the assembly. From its housing. Seems to be okay. Now let's remove the power board. Oh, it's sticky. The power board is held in place with 7 screws. They are silver. And not that long. So remove all these screws. And then lift the board up, making sure that you have removed or disconnected the main logic board before trying this, because if you try this while the logic board is still connected, you run the risk of ripping this little connector out. So after removing all 7 screws and making note of where they go, luckily iFixit does that for me also. There is an app for that, so that's kind of nice. After you remove the last screw, you'll then be able to remove the DC in or battery charging thingy. Okay, it's also this side. Who's it? That doesn't look that bad, but I'll still clean it off. Yeah, I don't know what to say. So yeah, I'll do some more looking at it. This might be dead, oh I know. So what else is there to do? SD card, foam, thermal insulators. Looking for where the charger is. Or the actual DC in, that is. Would be up, but not without dumping a directional keypad thing out. So make sure that's in place. And I'll work on the top part next. Just need to clear this out. And the DC in would be here. But the logic for that is over here. So I'm going to plug this guy in. So I got the back part assembly off with the digitizer screen. And then we have the bottom digitizer screen undone. And we have the bottom half empty. I'll be doing more cleaning on the logic board. And then I'll kind of put it back together and see if something works. So here's the unsatisfactory conclusion to this. I managed to snap off the antenna for the Wi-Fi module. And now when you plug this in, instead of just having a white screen that flashes, you get this lovely where's the thing? You get this orange flashing lights of death. Yeah, so this is going in the parts bin now. Maybe I'll fix it later. Who knows?